Jerry, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us.
My pleasure.
Here we are in Baltimore, Maryland. Misfits about to do Static Age in its entirety. Where'd the idea come from to do?
Well, we're heading into our 40th anniversary, and last year Des got throat cancer, and my son's in the band and filling in, and I said, well, I think the most important thing is for any band is to know their catalog. So we decided to go back from the beginning and learn all our songs. We know about 90 to 100 songs right now that we can play on the drop of a dime. So, we're going to do Static Age. We got a lot of other stuff. I mean, that's only about 22 songs. We do almost 50. So,
wow.
in a night. So
what was, just going back to the early days of the Misfits, what was the scene like when you guys were coming up? I know.
Oh, look, the scene was a hard scene. A lot of people don't understand that. I mean, everybody thinks it was some kind of great heyday, but it was a real grind. I mean, we had to go, it was like pioneers, I guess, in the early days, crossing the Rockies in a covered wagon. We played every little shithole in the world and, brought the music out to the masses. But, the New York scene, everybody was a lot older than me, and everybody was pretty much into doing dope. And I wasn't about that. So, as the Misfits started to evolve, we were kept hitting the weights, and we kept writing songs and, changing the image and getting harder and more powerful. And I think that's really what caught on. I think, the Ramones really started the musical trend. I think we started the cultural trend and moved that along. So, we're out there doing it today. My goal is 50 years, and my son in the band, we're hoping for 75. So I'm hoping maybe after that we can hit a century. We'll see.
Awesome. So when you guys first started releasing vinyl, I mean, this is pre-CD, pre-everything else. When you guys first started putting out vinyl, was the plan originally to make it so collectible in such a small number?
No, not at all. We printed what we could afford. And it's collectible based on the fact that, we can only do 2,000 of this or 3,000 of that or, 500 of this. And then we changed colors because the fan base was kind of limited. So, for example, you would do Horror Business in black, and then we did it in yellow and, different colors, different stuff like that. But I was always a big fan of vinyl. I mean, my mom was a teenager in the 50s, and she collected 45s. And, I mean, that's what I grew up on, was listening to Dion and Buddy Holly and Little Richard and things like this, Elvis. And, to me, vinyl has a very unique sound. And it also has a longevity. I find that CDs don't really hold up very well. And cassettes were even worse. I remember peeling them out of the tape machine and trying to rewind them with like a comb or something to try and get the tape back on the thing. So I think that vinyl is really the most durable format for music that there is. And it also lends itself to having packaging built around it. I think, with CDs, like for example, in American Psycho, we put a little poster, we built a poster into packaging. Yep. And with vinyl, there's so much you can do. I mean, you have fold-out sleeves, you have all kinds of different things.
Do you keep an archive yourself?
No, I used to collect a whole bunch of things, and what I did was that when I went to a famous Chiller Theater convention, I ran into Boris Karloff's daughter and Bela Lugosi's son and all these people, and I took my entire Famous Monsters collection and went back to my house and pulled out all their fathers on the cover and went back and handed them all in. And back in the 80s when we were in litigation and I couldn't play, we collected robots back in the 70s. Glenn was into that and I was into that. So we collected all that kind of stuff. And we would go by my mom's house and they were all in trunks in the attic. And my son would say, "Dad, I'm bored." I'd say, "Well, go up in the attic and grab some." So he'd run upstairs and grab like $1,000 Gigantor robot or an alien doll and run out in the yard and we wouldn't see it again. So, that's pretty much the case. I don't collect anymore. I just try and, move forward making new stuff.
And just one more thing about the oldies. Is the Uncle Floyd show actually lost?
You want to laugh? I had it on, I don't know if it was VHS, but it was a 1-inch tape, original tape. And I don't know if the Uncle Floyd show is lost, but it's funny because Doyle didn't realize that we were lip syncing, and he's standing there looking around, and I go, play! and he started playing. But Uncle Floyd is actually related to Dez. Uncle Floyd is like an uncle to Dez. And the Uncle Floyd show, the original house, was Dez's house when he was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
So, is that still the same mentality that you keep in terms of making things in a small number with the vinyl you do now?
No, not really. I mean, for us now, it's more supply and demand. I'm not really looking to make collectible stuff, but I'm looking to make, put it this way, special stuff. I don't want to see things go through the roof where kids can't afford it. But at the same time, if we want to do 666 it is, or
sure.
You know what I mean, or where the girl's got a song, the She Demon's got a song, Halfway to Hell 333, you know what I mean, or something like that. Things that just kind of catch your amusement. It's just kind of like really cool things to do. I think that music is something that people should be able to afford. A buddy of mine just gave me a reproduction of Elvis Presley's first record. I think Jack White bought the original in an auction for $400,000, and then what he did was turn around and make copies enough to cover the cost of it, and the copies are like authenticated, and I don't know what he paid for it, he won't tell me, but he gave it to me, it's hanging on my wall. But if you looked at it, you would think that it was something that should go in the trash because it looks so cheesy. It's like an old paper that's all banged up. But I think that I think that the Misfits fans really enjoy the stuff we make, and I just try and keep it real.
Very cool. So what's next?
More of the same, more horror business. Awesome. Like I say, we're working on a new album for our 40th anniversary, and we got a new songs coming out, Vampire Girl and Zombie Girl, kind of written in the She Demons line of stuff that I worked on for their album. And then I'm working on a song for Friday the 13th, part 13,
oh, nice.
Which I'm excited about. And then we're trying to release our album. We have a show in Transylvania, Dracula's Castle, in August.
I saw that, Romania.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and have our new album ready for that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go do our 40th anniversary.